Good evening.
Good evening, class.
Good evening.
How are we doing today? I like participation.
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Who is speaking? I cannot see I'm on my phone because my computer is
Joey.
acting up. Who is that?
Joey.
All right, Joey. Thank you. I'm doing great. And you?
I'm all right.
Awesome. All right. So we're going to have a great class today like we did on Tuesday, correct? I want everybody to participate. Or I'm going to call names. I see Julian. I see Karen. I see... It's Noah, right?
It's Noah.
Noel? Okay, Noel.
No, it's Noah.
Barely spoke, so I'm hoping that today we're gonna have some fun, right? I see Jalen, I see Jalen, I see Nadia, Ashley.
Hey, Dr. Mimi,
Yes?
it's Noah.
Noah. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
All right.
Noah. Correct. All right. So Noah, I'm hoping that today you're going to participate, right? Right? I want to hear. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Ashley. If I miss any of you, it's probably because we spoke last week. So I'm hoping that everybody came in with their game faces ready to rumble, right? So let's have a lot of fun in the next 1 hour. We're going to be talking or learning about the fundamentals of entrepreneurship, correct? If you were not here last on Tuesday, I am Dr. Mimi. I'm an HR professional. I am an author. I'm a businesswoman. I like teaching, so I'm a professor. And I'm just Mimi. I like learning from everybody, including all of you that are here today. So your voice needs to be heard. Okay. So we're gonna work today, and we're gonna work together, right? So cameras on, cell phones off. We all need to participate. Next slide, please. Angie, cameras on. Joey, cameras on, please. Right. So this is our proprietary statement, right? So if any of you haven't read this before or need to see this, just let me know. Or just go into Google Classroom and you're going to see read it, and just make sure that whatever you get from us or you receive from here is not to be shared. If you are not in this class, we don't want you to get this information from secondhand or from somebody else, right? So this is only for people that are here and they're part of our program. Okay, next slide, please. So who knows about Madam C.J. Walker? I will start calling. Thank you. Let's go. Yep. It's Yashamini, right? You're on mute.
It's Yashamani.
Yashamani?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, Yashamani, can you please tell us a little bit about what you know about Madam C.J. Walker?
I know that she started her own hair business, and
Awesome.
she was a big person in the civil rights movement. So yeah.
So when you read what the slide says, it's very, very it's very, very brave and very, very, I'm gonna be in your face. Don't sit and wait for opportunities to come. Get up and make them. So what does that tell you about her? That tells you she was a woman that was about business. Let's get this done. I'm not going to sit and wait. If it's not existent, I'm going to try to make it, create it, make a business out of it, right? So example, she decided that, I want to make sure that people that have my hair style or my type of hair, my hair type, have products that are made just for that kind of hair. So that's who she was, right? Why are we putting this on the slide? Because we want you all to think like her. Don't even be her, but be better than her, right? So if you think about a business idea, look into it, do your research, and be an entrepreneur, because it's in each and every one of you. Right, next slide, please. So let's review. So there is good producing sector, right? That includes businesses that produce tangible goods, and a service producing sector that provides services, right? we touched on this on Tuesday. I don't know. Do any of you remember what I said on Tuesday? And if anybody does, can they like just run with it? All right, Angie, can you tell us what I said on Tuesday about goods and product and service? Angie, you're on mute if you're talking.
Hi, yes, sorry. Can you repeat that one more time? Sorry, my sister came into my room.
All right, so I did mention something about goods and service on Tuesday. Did you remember what I said? What was the difference between goods versus service?
Oh, yeah, hold on. I took notes from my last class. So
Awesome.
for the goods, I wrote how it was, how it includes all businesses that produce tangible goods. Generally speaking, companies in the sector are involved in manufacturing, construction, and agriculture.
Good.
And for this, and for the services, it includes all businesses that provide services and that are not tangible goods.
That's great, Angie. Good one, right? I really like that. You took notes and you explained it very well, right? So
Thank you.
anybody else want to take a stab or we are good? Can we move on? All right, next slide, please. So we talked about big versus small business last Tuesday as well. I keep saying last on Tuesday as well, right? And I was very, very specific. We actually had some examples, right? Company, right, that has over 500 employees and makes more than 7 million is not considered a small business because they're in the bracket of a big business, right? So these just goes back to repeat it, like repeating it so you guys remember, and you girls and guys remember that to be a small business, you have to stay under 500 employees and have to make less than 7 million a year. Okay, next slide, please. So getting started with your business. We looked into, vision statement, mission statement, and I also mentioned that if you want to look, into the business model canvas, go into Google Classroom. Who actually did that? If you did, can you please just, and we know a few people read, about 2 people read their mission statement and vision statement. Does anybody else want to go ahead and read theirs?
Can I read?
Of course.
Okay. Getting started with your business, vision statement, mission statement, and business model canvas.
So did you do the work? Did you actually look into your like starting to draft like a statement for the vision and the mission of your business? Did you actually try doing that?
Yes, I actually did write it all down, but I don't have my journal on me. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. You don't have to apologize. So good job. So what about the business model canvas?
The business model canvas, it's about how sorry. Can I please come back to this in 3 minutes?
Of course, of course. So
I'm so
did
sorry.
anybody else completed their strategic business plan, which is the business model canvas? Anybody else at least started doing it, finished it? Should I call names?
Also, Dr. Mimi, really quickly. So most of the scholars, all of the scholars should have received in an email your workbooks. It's a digital workbook, which has, they're fillable pages where you can actually write your vision statement, your mission statement, your goals or what have you, right into the workbook. And you're supposed to follow along with that, and that'll kind of help you flow with the class. Has anyone started using that yet? Because that's where you would put the information for your business model canvas as well. Okay, so I saw one no. I'm assuming no one else has, or can you unmute to say it? The workbook would have been sent in the very first email that you received from the first class. Now, I don't know, I'll have to check and see if she's sending it every time she sends out an email. But if not, I'm going to send you guys an email this evening with the workbook in it. That is what you should be using to follow along with us during the class. And it'll help you to sort of kind of understand the concepts, because there are definitions in the workbook as well that will help you along as you're going through the classes.
Thank you, Rosie.
I have the workbook, like I'm opening it, but it's like not opening.
That was Ashley, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to open it right now, but it's telling me like it's a blank page.
Is it a PDF document?
No, it told me I could open it on Google Docs, and that's what I'm trying to do.
You can't open it through Google Docs. It has to be, so she should have attached an actual PDF, because when you open it in Google Docs, for whatever reason, it converts it into just a plain document, and it sort of messes up the formatting, and it no longer becomes fillable. So it's a issue with Google Doc trying to convert it. So we couldn't convert it. We had to just leave it as a PDF document. I'm going to email it to you guys. So during the break, you guys will have access to it. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Rosie.
You're very welcome.
Thank
Okay, so while Miss Rosie's emailing that, so yes, on Tuesday, we looked at what the mission statement is all about, what a vision statement is about, and then we also touched on the business model canvas. And I also explained that in other terms, in the past, people used to say, actually, people still do today, call it a business plan. So it basically guides you on how to create your business, kind of like where you put the foundation, where you put the stone and all that. So when you get that workbook, please take some time out, go through it, fill out some of the information that is required of you in there, because it's going to help you a lot to understand what we're studying. Okay. Now let's move on to the next slide, please. So basically, in this slide, we're looking at this gentleman here. It's called, I think his name, I know his name, I forgot about what his name was. So he has, hold on, let me see. I know his name. His name is, I'll look for it later.
It's Simon Sinek is his name.
Thank you, Simon. So basically, he looks into business and how to pitch a business or marketing stuff. And it's like you need to have a why a business was created, how and what, right? So what are you trying to why are you providing the service? What are you trying to accomplish in making this goods, right? So for example, Madam C.J. Walker's did hair product, right? She wanted to make sure that the African American community, like with hair that has a hair type, had products that they could use on their hair. Maybe because she had difficulties finding those products, which would be her why, right? And then how she basically was able to look into what was needed for her to be able to make this product, right? So in every business, there's going to be a why, there's going to be a how, and there's going to be, a what. Like, what are you making this for? How are you going to go about it? And why are you making the product? Okay? Did that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
So with this, you can make a pitch. If you go to meet, let's say it's not even a pitch of a business, you're talking to folks or customers that you've identified for your business, right? This is a way to get them to buy your product or to buy into what you're making and you're selling, right? It's called a marketing pitch, right? So you need to know why, you need to know how, and you need to know what, okay? So next slide, please.
Now, Dr. Mimi, this actually has a video. Would you like me to play the video? We're just going to.
Oh yes, please.
How do you explain when things don't go as we assume? Or better, how do you explain when others are able to achieve things that seem to defy all of the assumptions? For example, why is Apple so innovative? Year after year after year after year, they're more innovative than all their competition. And yet, they're just a computer company. They're just like everyone else. They have the same access to the same talent, the same agencies, the same consultants, the same media. Then why is it that they seem to have something different? Why is it that Martin Luther King led the civil rights movement? He wasn't the only man who suffered in a pre-civil rights America, and he certainly wasn't the only great orator of the day. Why him? And why is it that the Wright brothers were able to figure out controlled powered manned flight when there were certainly other teams who were better qualified, better funded, and they didn't achieve powered manned flight, and the Wright brothers beat them to it? There's something else at play here. About 3.5 years ago, I made a discovery. And this discovery profoundly changed my view on how I thought the world worked, and it even profoundly changed the way in which I operate in it. As it turns out, there's a pattern. As it turns out, all the great and inspiring leaders and organizations in the world, whether it's Apple or Martin Luther King or the Wright brothers, they all think, act, and communicate the exact same way, and it's the complete opposite to everyone else. All I did was codify it. And it's probably the world's simplest idea. I call it the golden circle. Why, how, what? This little idea explains why some organizations and some leaders are able to inspire where others aren't. Let me define the terms really quickly. Every single person, every single organization on the planet knows what they do, 100%. Some know how they do it, whether you call it your differentiating value proposition or your proprietary process or your USP. But very, very few people or organizations know why they do what they do. And by why, I don't mean to make a profit. That's a result. It's always a result. By why, I mean what's your purpose? What's your cause? What's your belief? Why does your organization exist? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? And why should anyone care? Well, as a result, the way we think, the way we act, the way we communicate is from the outside in. It's obvious. We go from the clearest thing to the fuzziest thing. But the inspired leaders and the inspired organizations, regardless of their size, regardless of their industry, all think, act, and communicate from the inside out. Let me give you an example. I use Apple because they're easy to understand and everybody gets it. If Apple were like everyone else, a marketing message from them might sound like this. We make great computers. They're beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. Want to buy one? Meh. And that's how most of us communicate. That's how most marketing is done, that's how most sales is done, and that's how most of us communicate interpersonally. We say what we do, we say how we're different or how we're better, and we expect some sort of behavior, a purchase, a vote, something like that. Here's our new law firm. We have the best lawyers with the biggest clients. We have, we always perform for our clients, do business with us. Here's our new car. It gets great gas mileage. It has, leather seats. Buy our car. But it's uninspiring. Here's how Apple actually communicates. Everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. We just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? Totally different, right? You're ready to buy a computer from me. All I did was reverse the order of the information. What it proves to us is that people don't buy what you do, people buy why you do it. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This explains why every single person in this room is perfectly comfortable buying a computer from Apple. But we're also perfectly comfortable buying an MP3 player from Apple, or a phone from Apple, or a DVR from Apple. But as I said before, Apple's just a computer company. There's nothing that distinguishes them structurally from any of their competitors. Their competitors are all equally qualified to make all of these products. In fact, they tried. A few years ago, Gateway came out with flat screen TVs. They're eminently qualified to make flat screen TVs. They've been making flat screen monitors for years. Nobody bought one. And Dell. Dell came out with MP3 players and PDAs.
So that's good. Thanks. Do we get it? Do we understand? At least with the audio, or with the video, you get what he's trying to say, right? So before we go to the next slide, right? Let's just say, do we understand what this video was all about? It's a very long video. I don't want us to stay there. I mean, what he explained in the beginning is enough for us to get a grasp of what he's trying to say. You can unmute. I would like for somebody to tell us what is their idea of an entrepreneur. Who is an entrepreneur, or what do they think is an entrepreneur?
I believe he's trying to say that an entrepreneur is someone who is like capable of like selling something to you, and they're like very upfront. So instead of like saying like what they're selling, they tell you why they're selling it, so people understand like right away like this is something that you would definitely need in your life.
Good. Good. So let's move on to the next slide, please. Thank you. So who wants to read?
Could I read?
Sure. All right, Courage.
I can't hear shit.
All right, Courage. Thank you.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
You're echoing. You have those two devices?
Okay. An entrepreneur, a person who organizes and operates a business or businesses, taking on greater than normal financial risk in order to do so.
Awesome. Who is the lady on the picture?
Oprah Whitney. Or did I
There
say
we
that?
go.
Yeah.
That's good. So basically a person.
Sorry.
All right, Karen. Okay, so basically a person who operates or an organizer, a business or businesses taking on greater than normal financial risk in order to do so. So maybe somebody who might go out there and take a loan so they can start a business, right? But that doesn't mean that every entrepreneur has to take a big loan. We have I think it was Jailer who makes lip glosses and hand lotion. She didn't take a big loan, but she's a young entrepreneur who is wanting to do big things. And she's not going to stop finances. She's not going to let finances stop her from doing what she loves doing, which is starting a small business, right? So yes, entrepreneurs are usually risk adverse. Like people that would take risk, financial risk, so that they can start a business. But you could also start a business without taking a big loan, right? Or taking a huge financial risk, like in the case of Jailer, right? So next slide, please. Awesome. So who wants to read?
Can I read?
Yes, let's read. I am so proud of all of you participating. Let's go. Yep, let's read.
Rise and grind. What would you say is the single most important quality of a successful entrepreneur?
And what did he say?
Rise and grind?
Okay, okay, you guys see what I'm saying. So
No.
can you give me an example of what you would say is like, an important quality of somebody who is most likely going to be a successful entrepreneur?
I would say a successful entrepreneur is like you keep going even when it's hard.
That's
Like
right.
you
You
keep
keep grinding.
trying.
Correct. Correct.
I think it's like their tactics or like their methods of how they do things.
Correct. Who else? Who wants to join it? Chime
I
in.
also think that it has a lot to do with your amount of audacity, like the amount of audacity that you have in order to go out and do something, even though you know it might be risky.
That's right. You can take risk. Who else?
And
Come
you
on,
also
Brian.
have to be courageous, and you have to believe in yourself that you like even if you fail, you have to know like failure is only like the beginning.
That's right. Somebody's writing in the accepting mistake. That's right. We get the whole gist of it, right? So an entrepreneur is somebody who is willing to take risks, who is persistent, who doesn't listen to no, who believes in what they're doing, who knows that if they put in the work, they most likely are going to succeed. So they keep that persistence. They keep working. They keep grinding. They don't let any downfall becomes the end of them, right? So that's an entrepreneur. That's somebody who is going to be successful as a business person. A person who has the drive, who is willing to work hard, who is willing to grind, who persists, who has persistence, who is ready to fight for what they believe in, right? So great contribution from everybody. So we're gonna take a 10 minutes break. So we'll come back in 10 minutes, which is going to be 7:03. I'm crazy in time. Yeah. Let's just come back at 7:05, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. I'll be waiting for all of you. I'm not going anywhere.
All right, and during this time, ladies and gentlemen, if you
Thank you so much. All right, so are we all back?
Yes.
All right, let's get those cameras back on. I want to see that we're up at speed. We're getting to the home run, the home stretch. So let's all get in front of the cameras. Come on. I want to see all of you. Handsome and beautiful faces. Awesome. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next slide, right? This is the value proposition canvas, right? So basically, this is how a business will illustrate how the products or service align with their customers' needs. And they do this by mapping the customer's profile, right? So jobs, pains, gain, right? So I know that I just said a lot of things, but I would try to make it as simple as possible. Let's think about Uber. We all know about Uber, correct? All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you look at Uber, right, what does the app provide? The app's pain reliever, right? The app pain reliever in the value proposition canvas is that they provide like a real-time tracking. So real-time tracking of where the car is, that the driver is coming to you and where you're going, right? And the gain creation is the rating system where the customer will rate the driver for how they did their job, right? Getting them from A to B, okay? And then now, the way that the pain gets addressed in the terms of Uber, or in the example that I'm using, Uber, is that the clients would know of the long waiting time. If the driver is unreliable, you can make those comments when you do your gain creator, which is rating the driver, right? So that's what the value canvas proposition is all about, right? So what is the company trying to do? How are they trying to make sure that what they produce in terms of products or service, the customers enjoy it, pain-free, and have a good impression, a good sense of, okay, I love this product, I like it because it provides this and that for me. In the case of Uber, it's providing a service, right? So you don't have to worry about the service because the pain reliever is you can track your car and know where the driver is, right? The gain is you can rate the driver for the service they're providing you from taking you from point A to B. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. All right, so let's move on to the next slide. So we're going to talk about the characteristics of a successful entrepreneur. The good news is we covered some of this already, right? Earlier on where we gave a list, right? Remember I talked about, creativity. So a good entrepreneur is creative, right? Is passionate, is motivated. We talked on all of this, optimistic. We touched on that, future-oriented, persuasive, flexible, and resourceful, adventurous, decisive, right? So those are some of the characteristics that a great business person or great entrepreneur would embody. That doesn't mean that this list is exhausted though. There are other stuff that you all mentioned that are not on this list that are also very, very important for somebody to be a successful entrepreneur. They have to embody.
They would have to be confident.
Confident is definitely one, right? So confident, like I said, this list is not like everything. This is just some of the characteristics that we are trying to highlight, but there are many, many others like being confident, right? You know, being a goal getter, goal oriented, right? So don't think that this list, because you mentioned something and it's not on here, that's not a good characteristic. It definitely is. And there are many more that we can add to this list. All right. So let's move on to the next slide. Any questions? Anybody wants to add any more characteristics? No. All right. So we're going to look at understanding profit and loss. So P&L basically means profit and loss, right? So we touched on these on Tuesday as well. So what is profit and loss, right? When you get a profit and loss statement, it basically is going to show you your revenue. Revenue is the total amount of money that came into your business, right? And then the cost of the goods sold, right? So the total cost of what you needed to make the goods, so material, labor, any other chemicals or products that you needed or materials that you needed that was going to help you create this product is the cost of the goods, right? That you're going to sell, right? Expenses, it's like indirect costs, which means maybe light, maybe water, maybe your rent, right? That the cost that you incur to run the business or cost that you have to pay, things that you have to pay for to be able to run your business, right? And then now, your net profit is basically all of the stuff that we've mentioned subtracted. So your cost of goods, expenses, net profit, right? If you subtract that from your revenue, which is the total amount of money that you got into the business, that's your profit. And that's what's called net profit. So once you get all the money and you subtract the materials, labor, the overheads, which is like indirect costs, lights, water, all those other things like cable bill for internet, right? And then now, whatever is left after all of that, that's the net profit. Did I make myself clear? Did you understand that? Everybody's on the same page with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we know that
Yeah.
net profit is when we take what we got, we subtract every other thing that we had to pay for, buy, right? Even including taxes, then that's our profit, correct? Now let's move on to the next slide. The next slide is just going to show us what the profit and loss statement will look like, right? So it basically looks something like this, where you have an income, right, which is the sales, and then you have services subtracted, other services and other income included. And then now you go below it and you start subtracting, the things I just mentioned, accounting, advertising, materials, maybe bank charges, all the things that you had to spend for this revenue to come in. All right. I think that's the last slide. I want to know, Miss Rosie, right before you all left, requested that everybody goes in and dig out the email and open up or print out or open up the documents that were sent. Did we do that? Did we do that? Have we started filling it?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If we've started filling that in, can any of you just talk to me about the statement, the vision statement that they just written? It doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, it's a work in progress, right?
Do you want us to read our vision statement?
Yes,
Our
read
vision
your
statement?
vision statement. Let me hear. Yep.
Okay, my vision
I know you
statement.
do well.
Because my business was to help style people and help people with their style. So my vision statement is to help people find their confidence by showing everyone can express themselves through fashion.
Perfect. Who wants to try with their mission statement? Who wants to read their mission statement or tell us about their mission statement? Thank you. That was good.
So my mission statement, since I'm doing the beauty salon, beauty industry, my mission statement is to empower people to feel confident and beautiful every day through expert care and innovation.
Nice one. So good. Thanks. I think somebody was trying to also read theirs. We're all ears. I have like 2 more minutes once you read, and then I'm gonna hand it over to Crystal. Go ahead. Who was that? You want to read?
I was just gonna read mine from last week, but it didn't matter.
Okay, no, it does matter. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
To be the community's go-to barbershop where style, confidence, and connections come together.
Awesome. Awesome. So it's been amazing. An amazing 1 hour yet again. I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed teaching and learning with all of you.
Dr. Mimi, really quickly, I'm sorry. You know you have until 8 p.m.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's
That's
go through
true.
the stuff.
You have until 8 p.m. Class isn't over till 8 or at least 10 till, because then we have to do the quiz.
Oh, okay. All right. So we can get into the business model canvas then, right? Let's get into that since we have some time. That would be great. So we can now look into what everybody is doing, and then we can sort of put in some information, and then we're good to go. For the slides, we're done, but we can go back. I'll try to see if I can open the canvas here on my end so we can go through it, right? Crystal, can we get into Google Classroom and share the business model canvas that JR had for us there? Is that possible?
It's possible. Let me see.
Please,
Give me
can
one
we
moment.
do that?
And what I was going to suggest, Dr. Mimi, because we really like to have the students, get into groups and sort of work amongst themselves and try to figure out like how, to come up with some of their mission statements, their vision statements, and then come back to us when they've sort of helped each other to finesse it a little bit more. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, we can break them out into groups, and it's a
Let's
great
do
time
that.
to know each other as well.
I love that.
Okay, awesome. So Andre, are you the one running the show tonight, Doc?
I am.
Okay, would you mind setting up the groups for them to go into the breakout rooms?
I most certainly can.
Thanks, Andre.
All right, so scholars, what we're going to do now, we do like it when you all are so engaged in the class, but we also like it when you all are engaged with one another, right? It's important that you're also getting to know each other throughout this process, and to also understand, from other perspectives and point of views, right? So what we want to do now is just to give you 5 minutes to sort of go over your mission statements with each other, and then come back and help each other out, right? Tell them what you think is good about it, what you think, they might need to improve upon. Even the vision statement, work with each other and let your peers know what you think of it. That is the goal here, is for us to feed off of each other. It's not just us teaching you. We want you all to help to teach each other, and you're teaching us as well, right? So let's get right into it. We're going to give you about 5 minutes. As soon as Chef Dre is ready for you, we're going to break you into however many groups he decides, and give you 5 minutes to work amongst yourselves to get to finesse your mission and your vision statements. How does that sound? Awesome. All right, Chef, it's over to you.
Remember that it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Don't be like, oh my God, it's not perfect. Read it. That's why we are here. So that, if we want your peers can say, oh, maybe you should write this, maybe you should reduce this. So please feel free to share, and don't be like, oh, don't ever think that what you're written or what you're saying is not good enough. Okay?
While we're waiting, I want you guys to please make sure you look in the chat because some of you weren't able to have the Google Classroom access. Miss Rosie put that in the chat. So please make sure you can access that because you guys need to make sure you guys are able to access the resources to you. Gerera, do you see to join room 2?
Hey, see, I moved you to room 3,
Okay.
and I'll work on Gerard Love. You should be able to move between rooms because you're a co-host.
Okay.
You should
All
be
right.
able to.
I'm just checking the rooms. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, if not, just shoot me a text.
Okay. Will do.
All right. So everybody's back?
Yes, it looks that way.
Awesome. All right. So I was in group 1, right? So can group 1, can anybody in group 1 start? You just share your mission statement and or your vision statement and your mission statement.
Can I do mine?
Yes, do yours.
Okay. Did I say my vision statement or my mission statement?
You have to do both.
Okay. My vision statement was to help people find their confidence by showing everyone can express themselves through fashion. And then my mission statement was my mission in this company is to help people discover themselves and feel excited to express themselves through their clothes, hair, and even makeup.
Perfect. Now, the next person on group 1 wants to go ahead and do their vision statement and mission statement.
So my mission statement is to build a trusted brand known for quality and care. Also create lasting relationship with loyal customers, as we were talking to work with big companies and sell my product to them. or like um, to get an advertisement from them. Also to stay involved with new beauty trends and techniques and promotes sustainability with eco-friendly products.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. So good. Remember how I said nothing is wrong at this point because you can keep fine tuning it. This is just the beginning, right? I don't want you to think, oh my God. So I'm happy that you took your time and explained. But you're gonna as you go along the process of becoming an entrepreneur, you're going to keep fine tuning that until you get what you're really looking for, right? So what was your mission statement? Nadia?
Yeah, so my mission statement was um to make people beautiful and to bring them together and have like a community in my like beauty salon.
Okay. That's good. So basically, you want to make your mission is to make people beautiful and build a community.
I mean, not make people beautiful, they're already beautiful, but to help them see themselves.
That's good. They're already beautiful. You want to help them see themselves as beautiful and build a community.
Yeah, I just want them to feel confident,
Awesome.
make feel
All right.
confident.
All right. So I guess your mission statement will be in line with you want to make people feel confident in themselves and hopefully build a community around that. Correct? Is that what?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. That's why I say as we get along, we can fine tune it and make it sound right and make it sound better, right? So that's good. Um, Anybody want to go next, or should I call a name? Michaela,
I'll
you
go.
want to go next?
I can go. I can go.
Okay, good. All right. Let's
So
hear you.
I'm gonna do my vision statement first. My vision is to transform a small snack hustle into a scalable business by applying strategic marketing, consistent reinvestment, and sustainable growth practices, proving that entrepreneurship can thrive at any age. And the mission statement was my mission is to provide students with convenient, affordable, and high demand snacks while building a foundation in entrepreneurship. By focusing on budgeting, creative marketing, and consistent customer satisfaction, I aim to grow a small idea into a profitable business that reflects dedication, strategy, and innovation.
Nice. Thank you for sharing. Who wants to go next, or should I call names?
I'll go.
Awesome. Let's go. Thank you.
I got my mission statement was that my mission is to provide a great haircut, exceptional service, and in a welcoming atmosphere. I am dedicated to helping every client look better and feel better about themselves, blending timeless barber traditions and modern style and care. Through my skills and consistency and genuine connections, I aim to be more than a barbershop. I strive to be a trusted part of our community.
Awesome. That's good. That's good. All right. Who's going next?
My mission statement is to like spread like all clothing like everywhere and like make it cheaper and like be able to like reach to other places and stores. And then like my vision is like to be able to be big enough to get to those stores because like other people can't like afford it, or it's like not like you can only really get good clothing or all clothing from like thrifting, and I want it to be available to everyone so everybody can buy and like be trendy as well.
Awesome. Thank you. That's beautiful. What's next? Everybody on my screen here is gone. I'm waiting for. So, Angie, you want to go?
Yeah, I kind of mixed up my vision and missionary, but I'm trying to like separate them. But what I wrote for it was I want to do real estate because I want to be able to sell houses to families where they can also call a home and a place where they can feel safe and comfortable. a home which I can make affordable but still be beneficial, especially in the industry where inflation has increased dramatically. And creating a business for this will not only benefit me but also help out families, build communities, and gain trust.
Awesome. That's good. So, I mean, you have time to go through it and fine tune it, right? And be able to separate the vision from the mission, okay? Who next? Who is going up next? Janela, you want to go next?
Yes, I can go next. So my mission statement is basically to create a community of especially people with textured hair who have previously damaged their hair or have alopecia eritrea, that are able to rejuvenate their hair strands and know that there is hope to repair their hair even though it seems like there isn't. And my vision statement long term is just to create an atmosphere that nothing is beyond repair, even if you feel hopeless or you feel as though your natural hair isn't good enough, that you should know that it is, because there's always something that you can do to bridge that gap.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Um, what's next? Should I call out somebody or are we just gonna go next? Helena, you want to go next?
Yeah, I can go next. So I said my vision statement is envisioning a business world where companies can instantly understand and respond to consumer behavior. So turning fast moving data into like lasting connections to take like hone their marketing strategies. And then my mission statement is to harness like real-time data and consumer insights from social media and digital platforms to empower businesses with more agile marketing strategies, enabling them to connect with larger audiences and unlock sustainable growth.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. What's next?
Sorry.
Karen, you're echoing again.
Okay, it should be fixed now. But my mission statement was to be head of the department of a hospital or a business focusing on like the healthcare field and being able to allocate like which resources go where to lead the workers and the patients, and generally make it easier for those who are experiencing like healthcare for the first time or don't often get access to it, because like especially in um, communities with like people of color, a lot of them don't know if it's safe to go to healthcare facilities because they might get charged too much or they don't know their rights. And that's my mission statement, to make it easier for them to access that healthcare and understand their rights.
About the mission.
Yes.
That's the mission statement?
Yes, I'm not sure if I did it incorrectly.
All right. So the good news is you have time to go back and and fine tune it, right? So just remember that the vision statement, is your objective, right?
Vision.
What are your objectives? What's the vision for the business, right? Your mission statement is what are the actions? What's my mission? What do I want to accomplish, right? So just remember that, and then you can go in there and try and see if you can fine tune it. Okay. So who is going next? But thanks for sharing. That's beautiful.
I'll go.
All right.
Okay. I want to open. Okay, so this is like a long term, but I want to open pharmacies in areas where people like are pretty rural. And during that time, but first, I still have to get my pharmacy license. You know, my degree, which is going to take around 8 years. And then during that time, also get connections to get resources to open up pharmacies. And over year by year open up more pharmacies like in rural areas that people are not really accessible to get basic medicine.
So that's beautiful, Jillian. So, your vision, you see yourself, your objective is getting a pharmacy in an area where there's a need, right? That is a need and people might not necessarily be able to access, right? And so you have both mixed up there, but like I said, the vision is the objective and the mission is like, what's the mission? What's the, what's the actual, why are you doing this, right? But that's good. Thanks for sharing. Who is going next? Caleb, is that you? Michaela, you want to go next? And after Michaela, we're going to have, where's my attendance? Michaela, you're on mute?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, okay. So my mission statement is to make skincare that is affordable and effective for sensitive skin. And my mission statement is to make people love their skin comfortably and inexpensively.
Awesome. That's good. So who is going next?
I'll go next.
Awesome. All right.
Okay, my mission statement is like to entertain people with creative content is while developing AI powered products, which I aim to turn attention to influence to opportunity, which the opportunity takes me to worlds, and I intend to build an empire that inspires the next generation of creators and entrepreneurs.
Awesome. Great. So that's good. Thank you for sharing. What's next? Annalise, you want to go next?
So I don't know if I did it correctly, but my mission statement is that I want my customers to be welcomed and safe in my salon, and I want them them themselves to see how beautiful they are. And yeah.
And then what about your mission?
Oh, that was my mission.
Okay, that was your mission. What about your vision?
Well, my vision was like I don't think I got the meaning of the vision correctly. But I thought vision just meant how what do you want in the actual
Yeah,
business.
so your vision is your objective, right? The vision is the objective, right? Which is, for example, I think we talked about it, right? The salon that might provide, safe, inviting environment, that feels like home, right? And then your mission is, what you mentioned before. But I really plead with all of you that if you don't understand or you can't differentiate, but you've done a good job with just, jotting down, something, the first breakout, but go back and look at it and fine tune it. And like I mentioned when Miss Rosie was talking, the very first one is not going to be, a done deal, right? I know people that have businesses that they've owned for many years and they're still fine tuning their mission and their vision statements now, right? So don't feel like, oh my God, I couldn't do it. Just know that it's something that these are statements that might evolve with time, right? As you continue with the business education and you're laying the foundation, you're gonna, okay, so now I understand this. Maybe it should be this, right? So don't ever think, oh, I didn't do, or maybe I don't know what I'm doing. No, with time it gets better. All right. So anybody else wants to read us their vision and mission statement?
If we don't get to it tonight, just because for the sake of time, we're at the 5-minute mark to 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So we want to make sure that we're able to get the quiz in. So if we're not able to complete the mission and vision statement readings tonight, don't worry, you'll have plenty of time to do so throughout the course, the remainder of this course, okay? So Dr. Mimi, do you have any final words for these amazing scholars before we start our quiz?
Yes, I want to say it was an amazing couple of days, Tuesday and today, with all of you. And I really believe that this is just the beginning of great things to come, right? You all are in the right place. You all are making the right moves. You started with the right step. You're laying the foundation for, I can see successful business owners in this class, and participation was amazing. Everybody, jumped in for the most part. and shared what they were thinking. That's more than I was expecting, right? So I am grateful that you all were able to come to class, participate, and we spent a couple of hours of learning, right? Or a couple of hours, quote unquote, 1 hour and a half, just learning, right? So please just know that this is the beginning of many, many great things to come, right? You just basically just scratch the surface. And I know that there's greatness in each and every one of you. I'm not doubting it. I said I know there's greatness in each and every one of you. So continue being great and being amazing. I had a great time, with you all on Tuesday and today. Okay. Hopefully I get to see you all again. All right, over to you, Crystal. Crystal, I'm good.
Okay. I know Miss Rosie, she's gonna ask you to administer the Mentimeter quiz for them to do. You're muted, Rosie.
Thank you.
You're muted again.
I don't know how that happened. I just unmuted myself. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
All right, awesome. So yes, we are at the 3-minute mark, and I am going to administer for the next few minutes the Mentimeter. I do ask that you please be patient with me. It's been a while since I've done this part of it, but I did offer to help out. So here it goes. All right, so I'm going to Miss C, did you allow me to share?
1 second. Yes, it's on there already. Yep, it's already there.
Excellent. All right, so we're gonna share my screen. Actually, I'm going to present first. Does everyone have the link for Mentimeter? I don't know if that was shared yet.
Naya is shaking her head.
Okay.
There's no link.
No, I have only classroom link.
Okay, no
You have to
problem.
go to mentimeter.com or menti.com.
We're gonna put it in the chat for them. Just let me
go to the chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna close out of this real quick and go to the chat. Give me one. Oh, all right, here we go. This should allow you to access the direct link to Mentimeter. Okay. And let me know when you all are in. All right, I see a lot of players coming in. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. So let me begin. I'm going to share my screen first. Again, be patient with me, guys, okay? Me and technology, we don't go way back, but we go back far enough. So let's see. All right. Oops. Okay, let's see. All right. Are we ready? If we're ready, I can't see you, but I hope you're there. All right, here we go. Is everyone ready? Can I get a thumbs up in the chat or something?
Yes.
Unmute yourself, let me know when you're ready.
Yes, we can, sir.
there.
We're ready.
All right, we have 18 players on site right now. Do we have any more players coming on? All right, I'm about to press enter. And here we go. Well, let's try that again. All right. Answer quickly to get more points. Here we go. What makes a business a literal business? The people, the location, the revenue. Here we go. All right. All right. We got 13 says revenue, 4 for the people. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry. Question number 2. We're down to 17 players. All right. Back at 18. Here we go. What is a business model canvas used for? To explore various types of business models, to outline the fundamental building blocks of business, to identify product market fit. All right. To outline the fundamental building blocks of business. Great job, everybody. Good job. We got 3 that said explore various types of business models and 1 that says identify product market. All right. Moving right along. Here we go. All right. What does the U.S. Small Business Administration consider a large business? Over 1,000 employees and 7 million in annual receipts. Over 500 employees and 7 million in annual. Over 1,000 employees and 10 million in annual. Excellent. Great job. Some of y'all were listening. Most of y'all, all of y'all were listening. Here we go. All right. Moving on. Question number 4 of 9. We're halfway there. All right. What is a mission statement? A detailed plan for a company, a purpose of a business, a vision statement, a proof of concept. Let's go. Excellent. Okay. All right. A purpose of a business. We got 12. 4 that says a detailed plan for a company. Okay. And 1 with a vision statement. All right. There we go. Question number 5. What is an industry? Is it a group of companies that compete with one another to sell products? A large body of people who owns the same company? A group of small businesses? Great job, everybody. Yes, a group of companies that compete with one another to sell products. Outstanding. Here we go. What is an entrepreneur? A person who is a CEO, a person who organizes and operates a business taking on financial risks, a person who invented something. Excellent. Great job, everybody. Great job. A person organizes and operates a business taking on financial risks. Outstanding. All right. Answer quickly. What is revenue? Indirect costs you incur to run a business, total money that your business is making, the cost of making your product. Revenue. Here we go. Excellent. Okay, we got a little split here, but we have 12 total money that your business is making. Great job, everybody. All right, we're almost there. A few more questions. What is P&L? Penalties and leases, profit and lending, profit and losses. Let's go. Great job. 5 seconds to spare. Awesome. Excellent. Profit and losses. Yes. Here we go. What is the value proposition canvas? A framework that ensures a business is aligned with customer values, a framework that helps generate cash flow, a framework that can help the government regulate a business. Excellent. Ooh, okay. Got a little bit of split there too. All right. And here we go. The winner is, drum roll, please. Janelle, good job, Janelle. Woo, 7,538 points. Great job, Janelle. Outstanding. Great job, guys. Awesome job tonight. Any final words? I know we have the survey. Please make sure you fill out the survey before you drop off. This helps us. It helps Dr. Mimi. It helps you because what you fill out in the survey helps us to determine, where we should go next, whether we're doing all right, whether we need to change up something, right? So make sure you're giving us honest feedback, whether we need to continue doing what we're doing. Your feedback matters. So please make sure to be honest, transparent, and thorough. All right. And did everyone have access? Does everyone have access? Before we drop off this call, we need to make sure, because you're going to need this in the coming classes. If you do not have access to Google Classroom, please stay on the line so we could try to help you out before you drop off this call. Do not drop off if you do not have access yet to Google Classroom. If you do and you're done with the survey, have a great night, great weekend, and we'll see you all next week for week 3. Great job this week, guys.
Great job,
Have a
everybody.
good night. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Bye bye. Have a
Great
nice
weekend.
weekend.